So now we're playing the waiting game.
Yeah, that's
right?
it.
We wait to see who play the winner of Orlando and Philly.
That's it.
Who they match up better against? First of all, who do you think will win that match?
So both those teams are very flawed, right? And that's what shocked me about tonight, because Orlando came in with their full complement of players. And they had something to play for. Mm-hmm. If they win tonight in Boston, that game, that play-in game, is in Orlando on Wednesday. And instead, they've got to go to Philadelphia on Wednesday. So they lost their only home court advantage. Look, the Celtics, there's some measure of familiarity going against the Magic. Of course, they beat them in 5 last year. But
right.
that game, that series was physical. And if you go back to what happened to the Celtics against the Knicks last year, mm-hmm. I know it was a 5-game series. But that series beat the physical bag out of the Celtics, right. and they never recovered.
So they match up better.
I think it's got to be Philadelphia, because if you asked me 3 weeks ago, I'd say Philly's getting healthy at the right time.
Right.
Joel Embiid just got an appendectomy. He's not going to play. So as long as Joel Embiid is recovering from his appendectomy, mm-hmm. the Celtics match up better with Philadelphia.
Okay.
Are you scared of Paul George?
I'm not scared of anybody.
All right, there it is.
There you go.
There it is.
Nobody. I fear God. That's the only thing I fear.
Well played.
Let me ask you this. Who's going to step up in the playoffs? Who do you expect to step up? Can Jayson Tatum take his game to a different level?
Of course he can. So that's the thing, is for as good as he has been and for as well-rounded as he has been, being the triple-double threat that he's become, his offensive game is not even close to where it can be, and I think we've all seen and known that. But when you look at the other guys on this team, you look at the maturation and the progression of the other pieces. Look at a guy like Peyton Pritchard. He was a nice story 2 years ago, won 6-man last year. He is a key contributor this year.
No question.
He's got to be more than a guy that can give you 20 at home and 8 on the road. He's got to be consistent home and road. But then you look further down, and there's guys that you've got. Look no further than your starting center. I'm sorry, Neemias Queta is the X factor on this team, because when you look at the big men in the Eastern Conference, if you project the Celtics to somehow make it to the conference finals and eventually the NBA finals, mm-hmm. they've got to get through legitimately talented big men in the East. It's a true test for Neemias Queta's development.
You bring up Queta, and I do want to point out, Queta is coachable. That's one thing I was able to sit in the front row of the Celtics game the other day.
Yeah, we saw.
I'm very thankful for that. But I was listening to how Joe Mazzulla interacted with Queta.
Sure.
And Queta is locked in on what Mazzulla is trying to tell him. Yeah. He's not a know-it-all. He doesn't come in as a know-it-all. He is coachable mm-hmm. and can make adjustments out there.
And look, and that's so important. But when you look at the Celtics centers as a whole, the position as a whole, Neemias Queta being coachable, big deal. That's why he's come so far in such a short amount of time. But the Celtics, we all made a huge deal going. You did a show with me going into the season. We talked about the talent they lost at the center position.
Right.
You talk about Al Horford, Kristaps Porzingis, and Luke Kornet. These are 3 starting caliber center NBA guys, right? And they lost them all. But look at Luka Garza. Look what he did tonight. Look at the season that he has had. Look at Vucevic. Vucevic is a former NBA All-Star. The guy with 15,000 points, 10,000 rebounds coming off your bench. Mm-hmm. So it's that coachability, and it's the lack of ego. I think it's a combination of Mazzulla's ability to coach and the guys that Brad has brought in for Mazzulla to coach, because he's brought in the right guys with the right mindset at the right stage in their careers, whether it's they're young and coachable or older and ready to win. That's why this team seems to mesh so well.
How do Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown start meshing even more in the playoffs?
That's going to be a key, right? Because everything is going to be picked apart and hyper-analyzed. And that's going to be a problem, because if the Celtics, let's say they lose 2 out of 3 games in the playoffs, mm-hmm. that doesn't mean they're done. But that means the media is going to hone in. And how do these guys react to the media honing in? But here's the thing. I think Jaylen Brown this year, he is a first-team All-NBA guy.
No question.
And I think that's going to go a long way towards feeding his ego. He no longer needs to worry about what everybody else is saying. The noise is all in the background now, because he legitimately is the man. And I think by the way that Jayson Tatum has come back, at least for this year, mm-hmm. Tatum's more than okay with that. So I think they've sort of seeded in just fine as your 1A and 1B.
So it used to be a reverse.
It used to be a reverse.
It used to be Tatum and then Brown.
And
now it's Brown
and Tatum. And I think at least in the short term for this playoff run,
it needs to stay that way.
It will stay that way. And I think both guys, because this team has won before, these guys have won before, and both guys are on $300 million deals. Mm-hmm. I don't think that there's any reason for somebody to upset that apple cart, so to speak.
You said you talked about Shireman having his day.
Yep.
Hauser. We cannot forget about Hauser.
He's a huge part of this team. huge part of this team because what he does is his natural ability to hit the three and the confidence that his teammates have in him. And we see it time and time again where the Celtics will start a game and Hauser's the open man. And even on the nights where he's 0 for 3, 0 for 4 to start, it doesn't stop Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum and Derek White from feeding him because they believe in his ability. And if you watch the league as a whole, not just the Celtics, that is such a rare commodity around this league. But as long as the threat is there for Hauser to hit 40 to 45% of his threes, that's going to open up the lane and open up the game for Tatum and Brown. And that's a huge part of why this team is where they are and can get you where we think they're going to go, Steve. We're not done here yet.
No.
I got 12 more weeks of sports final left.
I love that.
That's it.
I love that. Don't go far.
That's it.
All right.
All right.